Good morning, guys. Today I want to make a ball with you. This is the first time we're going to do three-dimensional beading. I want to show you the size difference. These are done with 8mm bicones. These are done with 6mm bicones, and this is 4mm bicone. Now, if you can do these with 3mm bicones, you will have a fabulous pair of earrings. But 3mm is a little too small to make them. They still need the suede cord, and this I just made because it's fun and it's just kind of on my table all the time until somebody says I want to buy that. But we're going to make the pendant size, which is done with the 6mm. You need about 30 Swarovskis, and I'm going to use 30 different colors so it will be easier for you to follow. I got some nylon 2.25mm. You need about an arm span wide, which would be sufficient. I really don't know. It's been a long time since I made them, so I think that will be enough. Might be a little shorter, might be a little bit more than you need, but that's okay. It's nylon. It's not that expensive. You also need seed beads. In this case, I'm going to use black ones, but you can use, of course, whatever you like. And these are mixed up. I by accident threw my semi-matte and matte together, so I'll have those to pick the right ones out as I go along the way. But anyway, you start with 5 seed beads, size 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And grab the last one and just put your thread in there and pull that all the way down to the end. Now the thing with this is that you put your beads on your right thread all the time. Okay, so we're going to start with the bicone, a seed bead, and another bicone in a different color, which will be easier for me and for you and for tutorial purposes, and another seed bead, and we're going to pick up another color. And now we're going to cross our threads in the last one. Like that. Pull that tight. And we're going to pick up our left thread. And we're going to get back in that middle circle. We're going to go into the second seed bead. So these are the seed beads. This is the seed bead you come out of, and we're going to go into the one after that, like this. Pull that tight, and again we're going to use our right thread to pick up the beads. We need a seed bead first. After that, a bicone, a seed bead, a bicone, and with the second one we're going to cross in the bicone, and with the right thread we're going to cross in that bicone, and we're going to pull that tight. So now you got this. We're going to do that again. The left thread goes into the next seed bead, right there. Pull that tight, pick up your right thread, do a seed bead, a bicone, a seed bead, and a bicone. And we're going to cross our thread in there again. Like that. Now we're going to pick up the left thread again. And we're going into the seed bead in the middle. Pull that tight. pick up a seed bead, a bicone, a seed bead, and let's grab a green bicone, and we're going to cross in the bicone and pull that tight. Now we've gone all the way around, and what we need to do next is we're going to go into the seed bead. So that's just the same. Go into the seed bead, and then also go into the bicone right here. Then we're going to pick up the thread on the right again. We're going to pick a seed bead, and we're going to get a bicone, and we're going to get a seed bead, and now we're going to cross in the seed bead. So again, all the beads go on the right thread, and you just basically use your left thread to go and cross in there. And after we crossed in this seed bead, we're going to go into the next seed bead. So instead of going in the middle, you're now just using your left thread to go into the seed bead, like that. And we're going to add 3 seed beads on the right thread again. 1, 2, 3, and we're taking the last one, and we're going to cross our threads in that one and pull that. And then the left thread goes into the bicone, and we're going to add a bicone, a seed bead, a bicone, and a seed bead, and we're going to cross in this seed bead. And now the left thread goes through 2 seed beads. 1, and 2, and now we're going to use our right thread to put 2 seed beads on the right thread, and the second seed bead will be used to cross our threads. Like this. Okay, now the left thread goes into the bicone again. And we're going to add 1 bicone, 1 seed bead, 1 bicone, and we're going to cross our threads in the seed bead that follows, right there. Pull that tight. And again, the left thread goes through 2 seed beads. And then we're going to pick up a seed bead and another seed bead. And we're going to cross our threads in that second seed bead. Go into the bicone again with your left thread. And your right thread will have a bicone, a seed bead, a bicone, and a seed bead to cross into. Now let's do that 2 more times. The left thread goes into the seed bead and the seed bead. And it's wonderful if you can get both of them at the same time, but it doesn't always work because it wants to go into the bicone. Just do them one at a time. There. 2 seed beads, cross, and a left thread into the bicone, and then we get bicone, seed bead, bicone, seed bead, cross, left thread into 2 seed beads again, and the right thread gets 2 seed beads, 1, 2, and we cross, and we're going to close this last one. Next thing we do is we're going to take our left thread, we're going to go into the bicone, oh, and it's already in the seed bead. That's what I wanted to tell you. The seed bead that's behind there. Like that. And with our other thread, we're going to pick up a bicone, a seed bead, a bicone, and we're going to cross in the bicone. Like that. And now we've gone full circle. So we're going into the next seed bead, again with our left thread, into the bicone, like that. And we're going to do a seed bead, and a bicone, and we're going to pick up a seed bead, and we're going to cross our threads in that seed bead. take our left thread. We're going to go into the next seed bead. And again, we're going to pick up 3 seed beads with the right thread. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to cross in the last seed bead. And we're going to go in to the bicone with the right thread. We're going to go into that middle seed bead right there and up the bicone. So now you're going to do bicone, seed bead, bicone when you come up. And we're going to grab 1 bicone and a seed bead, and you're going to cross in the seed bead. Okay, now we're going into the next seed bead, and we need to make that other round again that we did here. So that means you need to add 3 seed beads and cross in the last one. So that's 1, 2, 3. That was 4. 3, and cross in the last one. And again, your left thread goes into the bicone, the seed bead, bicone, seed bead, bicone, bicone, seed bead, and bicone. And again, it's going to be bicone, get this one, bicone, seed bead, and cross in the seed bead. And now we're almost closing up, as you can see. So we're doing seed bead with the left thread, and the right thread gets 3 seed beads, 1, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to cross in that last one again. And now the left one goes down the bicone, into the seed bead, and up in the bicone, and the right thread gets a bicone, and pick up a seed bead and cross in there, go into the next seed bead, and again 1, 1, 2, 3 seed beads, and cross. Going down again in the bite cone. And the seed bead. And the bite cone. And picking up a bite cone. And a seed bead. And cross. And as you can see, you did your last one now. You just need to do the top part. So now you need to go with your left thread through 2 seed beads up, 1 and 2, as I said, and 2. Your right thread gets 2 seed beads now. 1, 1 and 2, and again you cross. There. And your left thread again goes into a bicone, and it's going to go into the seed bead. Okay, so you're coming up, and you're going to pick up a bicone, a seed bead, and a bicone, and we're going to cross in the bicone. Like that. Now, the thread that, well, is now no longer on the right, but you'll know what I mean. It's the thread that comes up from the front. You go into the seed bead, right there. That's the only one that's not connected to everything. So it's right in between the 2 bicones. And next you go into the bicone. And you gotta come out of that bicone. Not gonna make it easy. Bicone, bicone, come on. Just a bicone. There. And you're also going to go into that seed bead right here. That's right behind that bicone. I'm going to pick this up again. Seed bead. And a bicone. And we're going to cross in the bicone. Like that. Now the one that's coming out on the front of the bicone goes into the seed bead. That's in between these 2 bicones. So that's seed bead. Come on out of the bicone, like that. And go up in the next seed bead, right there. So next thing is we're going to pick up a seed bead and a bicone, and we're going to cross again in that bicone. Like that. And now you need the thread that comes out of the front. It goes into the seed bead, up the bicone, and into the next seed bead. And now we're going to not let ourselves go crazy. We're just going to add, because it's kind of confusing, just keep adding that one less seed bead, your last bicone, and crossing your bicone. Like that. Now we're going to go into the seed bead. It's almost all closed. We're going to go into the seed bead. We're going to go into the bicone. We're going to go into the seed bead. And now, because we need to close the middle up, we're going up another bicone. Like that. And since you already have 4 seed beads here on top, that means you have 1 seed bead left. You need to cross in, because we're not adding any more bicones. So we cross. There. Now, this last circle is not too pretty, so what I always do is I go around one more time in that last top row. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And now I'm going to open this up a little bit. Open that up. Everything is tight and secure now. Get a head pin and a 4mm pearl, or something round, 4mm at least. You can do something bigger. Get a head pin, a 4mm pearl. And maybe it's a good plan to try not to damage that, so put a seed bead on there and just turn it around, cut it off, and make that a good big loop that your suede cord will go through. There. Now we're going to put that in there. And tie that up like that. And now just basically you go down a bicone, and you're going to find a spot for your threads to meet up so that you can tie a knot. Okay, going out here, and that one will go down that bicone. Doesn't really matter, just stay on the beaded path. You'll find your way back through your other thread somehow, some way. Seed bead, just go in that direction. Bicone. going through these 2 seed beads towards that other thread. And now my threads meet up right underneath that bicone. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and make sure that's tight so that loop can go in. 3 and 4, and I came out of that blue bicone and one thread is already pointing up and the other one is pointing down. So I'm going to take the thread that goes up and I put that into the bicone, and now I'm just going to pull that in and I'm just going to work my way away from that knot, and you will feel a pop when that goes in there, and if you don't, you'll see that knot has disappeared. So I'm going to go into a seed bead and into a bicone, and just kind of getting out of that way from that knot before I cut it off. Do another seed bead and another bicone. Wow, I like it when it happens like that. Okay, now I'm going to cut this off so I know which one I already did, and I need to do the same with the other ones. So I'm going to go into a seed bead, up a bicone, and just into a seed bead, and preferably up a bicone. That's right next to it. There. I'm going to cut that off. And there you have it. How pretty is that with all the colors? Of course, this will be something that will go well in spring. I hope you liked it. I hope you're able to do it. If you manage this, try the 4 millimeters. Of course, try to use like a size 11/0 silver seed bead in the middle. That will look better. These are the best sold pendants, 6 millimeter. After that comes this one. People just like them a little bigger. And after this comes this one. And if you manage to make earrings, oh my god, you'll be selling the crap out of them. So, yeah, because people would love to have one of these in AB and then have a couple of 3 millimeter earrings to go with that. So have fun, you guys. See you next time. Bye bye.